resolved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.
Have you ever heard this saying, किताबें भी बोलती हैं? And here we are. Hello friends, this is Shreyans Kothari and I welcome you all to the YouTube channel of Shant Academy. Friends, in this channel, what we generally do, we usually put the video solution of many books, various books published by Shant publication. Generally, we follow a simple pattern. What is that pattern? In that pattern, what we do is, we try to make you understand the whole concept, the basic concept behind the topic. We go chapter by chapter, and once the topic is clear, when the concept is clear, we'll do some of the questions from the book itself, and we do it for all the chapters in the book. And I tell you, you can see this chapter standalone as well. From the book, you just scan the QR code and here you are. The chapters can be seen standalone as well, because in this video, we have cleared the whole topic. And talking about this book, I tell you, this is the book for quantitative aptitude. This is the most comprehensive book available in the market in the country for quantitative aptitude. You name an exam, say for example UPSC exams, you tell banking exam, SSC exam, railways exam, defense exam, NDA, CDS, any exam, even campus recruitments, MBAs, all the exams are covered. This book is full of questions from previous year, mock questions, and a lot of questions. So you can see this as a whole question bank for quantitative aptitude and most researched book, most updated book for you all. So why wait? Here we go to the chapters. So here we are with the next chapter, that is chapter number 23, compound interest. Today we'll talk about compound interest, because in the earlier chapter, just the previous one, we talked about simple interest. In simple interest, you know it very well that the interest was uniformly collected every year. That means first year, if the interest was, say for example 100 rupees, next year it was again 100 rupees, and third year it was again 100 rupees. But when you talk about compound interest, it gets, the one thing you should remember is interest on interest. See, say for example, one day you took 100 rupees from X person, right? And on a 10% rate of interest. So what happened was, you took 100 rupees, the next year, now you have that person's 110 rupees. Why so? Because 100 rupees is the principal and 10 rupees is the interest. Why? Because I told 10 rupees, 10% per annum. Now that person's 110 rupees you have. So next year's principal must be 110 rupees. Why so? Now you need to calculate the compounded one. अभी आपके पास 100 रुपए हैं, आपने किसी से 10 रुपीज लिया, आपने 100 रुपीज लिया और आपने नेक्स्ट ईयर 110 रुपीज से काम शुरू किया, and now you have 110 rupees. So next year, that is the third year. Third year, the interest will be on, not on 100 rupees, it will be on 110 rupees. So if this structure you follow, this is known as compound interest structure. Let's see what this book says. Okay, let's see what does it say. It says sometimes it so happens that borrower and lender agree to fix up a certain unit of time, say yearly or half yearly or quarterly, to settle the previous account, right? कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि जो borrower और lender हैं, they just fix it up earlier. पहले से वो fix कर लेते हैं कि हमें इस पैसे को half yearly या quarterly या इस तरह से एक बार settle करना है. How? In such cases, the amount after first unit of time becomes the principal for the second unit of the time. The amount after second unit becomes the principal for the third unit, and so on, as I told you earlier. कभी कभी ऐसा होगा कि हम उसको settle कर लेंगे. So settle करने के बाद में, say for example, as I told you, 100 rupees for 1 year, right? On 10% rate of interest. So next year it will be 110 as principal. This is the principal amount for the next year. So this time, the next time the percentage rate of interest will be 10% only. So this time when you talk about rate of interest, what is interest? 10% of 100, that is 10 rupees. Now this 10 rupees added to this, so now my principal became 110 rupees. Now if you talk about 10% of this, it will be 11 rupees. The percentage is 10 only, but the interest will be 11 rupees, and that will be added to it. Now if you add 11 to it, it will become 121 for the third year starting. The base, what is base? That is principal you start with, will become 121 rupees. So interest on interest, get interest, add it to the principal, now interest on that, add it to the principal, interest on that. So this is the way you need to understand the compound interest. After a specified period, the difference between the amount and the money borrowed is known as compound interest. We call it CI for that period. So if P is principal, R is rate of interest, and T is time, say for example n years, that means the interest is compounded annually. Annually means every year, year on year, you need to compound it. Compound it means that the interest is added to the money and that becomes the principal. Interest is added to the money and that becomes the new principal. So what is amount? Amount is known as P, 1 plus R by 100 raised to power n. N means n years, time. Time is here. So amount becomes P 1 plus R by 100 raised to power n. When the rate is compounded half yearly. So rate of interest for 1 year, say for example 10%. For half yearly, it will be 5% only. So when the money is compounded half yearly, the rate is compounded half yearly, every 6 months they'll settle the amount. They'll settle the amount means the interest will be added. So now when you talk about whole year, the rate of interest will be half, but the time will be 2 units, yani 2n. So what you need to do is R becomes R by 2 and time becomes 2n. So if it is, say for example, this period is known as a year and this is the time, that is 6 months, half yearly. So the rate of interest which was spread all over the year now becomes half, right? But the time, it becomes 1 unit time and 2nd unit time. So time becomes double. So time becomes double and rate becomes half. In the similar way, when you talk about quarterly, if you need to, when the interest is compounded quarterly, what will happen? As you can judge, R will become R by 4 and 2n will become 4n. Why so? Because this rate of interest will be divided into 4 parts, but time will be like 4 times. So when you talk about quarterly, it becomes like this. When the interest is compounded quarterly, we have R by 4 and we have 4n. In the similar way, you need to understand. When interest is compounded annually, but the time is in fraction, say for example, 3 2 by 5. Abhi kya ho gaya? Annual compound hoga, but time is in fraction. See, earlier we used like n, that is raised to power n, but this is a fraction now. So if it is a fraction, say for example 3 and 2 by 5. So we need 3, we need 2 by 5. So what we do? 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 3. R becomes R only. But it is multiplied by 1 plus 2 by 5 of R and 100. What is 2 by 5? The extra amount, the extra months, extra year after 3. So this is the 2/5 of the year. So just multiplied by R, because that will be the rate for which the year is. When the rates are different from different years, say R 1%, R 2%, R 3% for first year, second year and third year. Say for example, earlier the rate of interest was uniform and the interest was different. Now if say for example, the rate of interest also varies with time. For first year, say for example, it was R1. The second year it became R2. Third year it became R3. Every year the rate of interest change. In that case, what to do, right? So when rates are different for different years, for example this, now this amount is known as P, 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100, 1 plus R3 by 100 and so on. So if interest changes, you need to multiply 1 plus R by 100, that's it. See, if R is same, then you get R. So 1 plus R by 100 is to R 3. If R is different, just put all the R's differently. Present worth of X due n years, hence is given by. Say for example, this X amount is due, for example, after 1 year or 2 years. So after n years, the amount is, say for example, X. So what is its present worth? आज के तारीख में उसका पैसा क्या है? अगर कोई पैसा for example मुझे 3 साल के बाद लेना है, so 3 साल के बाद I will get 1000 rupees. So 3 साल के बाद जो 1000 है, आज कितना होगा? What is the present worth? It is known as X divided by 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n, and that is the present worth. This is the present worth. This is the formula. So in this way, we have learned a lot of formulas. Now this is the time to do some questions. So let's do some. So here's the question. Question number 3. 25,000 is borrowed at compound interest at the rate of 3% for the first year, 4% for the second year, and 5% for the third year. So find the amount to be paid after 3 years. So after 3 years, if you need to calculate it, what is the formula? Formula will be like, if you remember, principal into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100, 1 plus R3 by 100. So we have R1, R2, R3 all together, and if we multiply all these, we'll get the answer. We'll put P as a 25,000, R1 is 3, 4 and 5. But in that case, you need to multiply by 105 into 106. So one time it is okay, but when you multiply the third one, it will be a huge amount. So I don't think it will be advisable. So what to do? We will do one thing. We will have a different approach altogether, and that is where SI and CI is different. See, SI is when the interest spread over all the years is same, equal. Interest for 1 year is same as interest for second year, interest for third year. Every year interest remains the same. That is SI. And what about CI? CI is compound interest. Compound interest means when you give interest over the interest. That means if, say for example, principal has interest on first year. Now for the second year, the interest will be added to principal and interest will be on that. Let's do that. So first year the amount is 25,000 and we want just the 3%, right? So 3% will be like this. So 100 say 0 cancel. 250 into 3 is like 750. So first year it is like 750. Add this 750 into this. So we have got 25750 and the second year it is like 4%. So 4% is like this. Now calculate this one. So we have got 2 times and we have got 25 is 5 times. Then 7 is 1 time and we have got 25 is 5 time. 5150. So it is 515. Now 515 and here it is 2. So 515 is like 1030. Is it like that? Yes, it is. 15 is 30 and 5 is 10. So for the third year what we'll do is we'll add 1030 to this. So we got 2, we have got 6, then 7, then 8, 0. Why? Because we add 0 here, 5 and 3, 0 is same. So this, and it is 5%. So 5% is like 20 to it, right? And what we'll do is cancel this and divide by 2. Here we go, 22. So 26 will be like 13 and 78, directly 78, right? So it will be 39. So it will be 1339, right? Now 1339 plus 1030 plus 750, that will be the total compound interest. Interest for first year, interest for second year, interest for third year. So over the 3 years, we have got total interest, that is 9, 3 and 3 and 6, 6 and 5 is 11, carry 1, 7 and 1 is 8, 8 and 3 is 11, carry 1, 1, 2, 3. So we have got 3119. Now this is the compound interest. We have got compound interest as 3119. Now what to do, my friend? Now what is asked? This is the final, we have to find the final amount. So amount will be the initial price, that is the principal amount, plus the interest, that is 25000 plus 3119, that comes to 9118 and 2. So at 28119, it's like 28119. Here we go. So it is very much accurate. 28112, 28117, 28119, 28102. So in that case, हमें अगर 100 को इतनी बार मल्टीप्लाई करते बहुत मुश्किल हो जाती. This for sure is the right answer, and this is the next approach you can do whenever this type of question comes. Here we go for the next question. Here we go. We have question number 4 with us. Let's see what does it say. It says that suppose Ram and Shyam has 1000 rupees each. Great. Ram deposits his money in the bank with a simple interest of 10%. अभी कौन देता है simple interest 10%? भगवान जाने कौन सा वाला बैंक है. While Shyam does the same with the compound interest 10%. If the interests are computed annually and the difference between the withdrawal amounts after the 4 years, right? 4 years. So first thing first, what is the 1000 rupees each, right? So first is SI. So SI is equal to PRT by 100, right? So what is P? That is 1000. What is R? That is 10. And what is T? Time is 4. Divide by 100. So 0, 0 gone. Like 400 rupees is the SI after 4 years. That is the first equation, right? Now what about CI? So CI will be like amount is equal to principal, that is 1000. 1 plus 10 by 100 raised to power time, that is 4 times, right? So we have got 1000 rupees into, it is 1.1 only because it is 110 by 100, so 0 gone, 1 gone, so 1.1 raised to power 4. So 11 raised to power 4. What is 11 raised to power 4? What is the way to calculate it? Just do one thing. Just multiply by 121 into 121, because 11 square into 11 square. So we got 1, 2, 1. We have got 2, 4, 2. We got 1, 2, 1. Let's see what does it comes. Here we go. We have 1. There are 4, 4, 1, 5 and 1, 6, 4, 1. So it is like 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. So 1000 into 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. And 4, so point is after 1, 4, 3, 4, 1.461. And when you multiply this by 1000, it will be like 1464.1, because this point goes and we have got 4 zeros, 3 zeros cancel, so it's still 1 point. So it will be like 1464. So if it is 1464 is the total amount, 1464 is the total amount over 1000 rupees, right? So what is the interest? So 1464, leave that one because latest integer, nearest integer, 1464. And what is the SI? Not SI. What is the principal amount? This is the total amount with the CI. This is the total amount with the CI. So just removing the principal amount, we got 464, right? And what is asked? The question asked is, what is the difference between CI and SI? That will be 64 rupees, right? So we have got 64 as the answer. Is there any option like that? Here we go. So I don't think it was very tough. What we need to do is understand the question, what exactly question is saying. If you understand the question properly, the things will be easier for you. And simplification is, you must do it simply. Let's move on to the next question. Here we go. Question number 11 for you all. Let's see what does it say. So this question says that, what is the rate of interest if simple interest earned on a certain sum for the 3 years is 6,000 rupees and compound interest earned for 2 years is this, right? So if you go with the traditional method, what traditional method says? See, you will consider that the sum will be P, the starting, that is principal amount, and then for 3 years it is 6,000. So we'll go with the interest part, PRT by 100. Then it is like 4160, and I don't know what way we can go. The simpler method we can go is, see this. This is for sure that 6,000 rupees. That 6,000 rupees is for SI for 3 years, right? And you know it very well. This SI is spread all over the years equally. So that means when you divide by 3, 6,000 by 3, 2,000 is the SI per year. That is, every year we have 2,000 rupees SI, right? So I write it here. SI is equal to 2,000 per year, right? Now let's see. What is it saying? It's saying that compound interest earned for 2 years. So compound interest on 2 years is 4160. You know it very well, I know it very well, that first year compound interest and simple interest is same. First year compound interest and simple interest, because first year there is no interest. So there is no interest on interest. So if I divide on first year, second year part, first year it is 2000 and second year it is 2060, 160, right? First year it is 2000, second year it is 2160, right? How am I very much sure that it is 2000 first year? Because SI first year, SI every year is 2000. So first year it is also 2000, right? Now what? Now see. The difference between the second year interest and first year interest is 160. The difference is 160. That you can see. 2160 minus 2000. Now this 160 is basically interest on interest, because SI will be SI every year. But whatever the difference come is the SI on interest on interest. So interest on interest is 160. So I can say it very well that this interest is earned on this the second year, right? So what is this? PRT by 100, right? And that is our SI, right? So SI is 160. So principal is 2000. Rate we want to know, and time is just 1 year, because in just 1 year it will be 160, and divide by 100. So here we go. 0 is gone. 8. So rate of interest is 8%, and that 8% every year will bring on the SI and CI difference. So is there any option like 8%? Directly we are there, bang on. With the short trick, we have done this question in just a few minutes, and this is the way you need to do in examination. Let's move on to the other question. Here we go. We have question number 14 with us, right? Here we go. Now, if a certain sum becomes 2 times in 5 years at compound interest, then in how many years it will become 8 times? 8 times कितने दिन में हो जाएगा अगर 2 times हो जाता है 5 years में, right? So what to do? We know it very well that, say for example, amount. We know the formula. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus R by 100 into T. That is the basic formula, right? Now what we do, what we say? We say that 2P is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 5. Why? See, the principal and the amount. The amount becomes twice. So P 2P in 5 years. So we know that 1 plus R by 100 raised to power 5 is 2. That you need to remember. Now what is said? We want it 8 times, right? So 8 times 8 into P is equal to P 1 plus R by 100 raised to power T, right? This time we need to calculate. Now what can be done? P can be removed. So 2 into 2 into 2 is equal to 1 plus r raised to power 100 raised to power t. See, this 2, 2, 2, if you remember, we have a 2 key value. This is ulta this time. This is reverse. What reverse? 2 की value है ये 1 plus r by 100 raised to power 5. So can we put this 2 over there? What are we going to do is 1 plus r by 100 raised to power 5 into 1 plus r raised to power 100 5 1 plus r by 100 5 is equal to 1 plus r by 100 time. We need to calculate, right? So if I multiply all them, see, this is a, this is a, this is a raised to power 5, a raised to power 5, a raised to power 5. That will be a raised to power 15. So finally we have arrived at 1 plus r by 100 raised to power 15 is equal to 1 plus r by 100 raised to power t. So the base is same, so the powers must be same. So t is equal to 15. That means it will become 8 times in 15 years. Here we go. So we got everything cleared in just a few seconds. We just tried to calculate. We did not calculate anything. We just give the logical reasoning part to the mathematics, right? So let's move on to the next question. Here we go. We have a person, Shashi, and Shashi had a certain amount of money. He invested 2 by 3 of that money in scheme A for 6 years, and rest of the money he invested in B for 2 years. Now scheme A offers simple interest at the rate of 12% per annum, and scheme B offers compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum. If the total interest obtained is 2750, what was the total amount of invest, right? So we need to find the total amount invested. So let us suppose that he invested X amount, right? Now this X amount, 2 by 3 of X, so SI is equal to 2 by 3 of X R into T. What is the rate of interest? Rate is 12 and time is for 6 years by 100. So this is SI, right? Rest of the money A for the 6 years. So we have got 3 cancelled to this. So we've got 4 here. So 6 4s are 24, 2s are 48. So 48x by 100. That is the SI he received in first scheme, scheme A. Now what is scheme B? Scheme B is the remaining amount. The remaining 2 by 3 of X. Remaining is X minus 2 by 3 of X. X minus 2 by 3 is just X by 3. So what we have got? X by 3, right? 1 plus R. What is the rate of interest? That is 10 by 100 raised to power time. What is the time? That is 2 minus X by 3. Why minus X by 3? Because that will be the total amount. If you remove the principal, it will be CI. So we just calculate this first. We have got X by 3 here. We have got 100 into 100 here. Here we got 110 into 110 minus X by 3, right? So we got 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel, right? So we have got 11 into 11, 121. 121 X by 300 minus X by 300. X by 3 just 3. So we have got 300 here. So 300 by 300 is like 121x and 300 by 3 is like 100x, right? So finally we have arrived at 300 and over there is 21x. So we have got 300 and that is 7. So we have got 7x by 100 here. So we have got SI is this and we have got CI. CI is 7x by 100 and SI is 40x by 100. So what we'll do? We will do just one thing. We have been given that the sum of SI, that is 48x by 100 plus CI, that is 7x by 100 Now this total amount is given, right? What is the total amount? That is 2750. So it is 2750. So we have got 100 here. We have got 48 and 755x here is equal to 2750. So what we'll do, 55. This is 11 times and this is, my dear friend, 5. 25 is 550. So 11 ones are 11 fives are, right? So x is equal to 5, 0 and 2 zeros here, 5000. So the question was asked, how much is the total amount invested? And the total amount we supposed was x. So x is equal to 5000. Here we go. We have got x is equal to 5000 as the answer, and that is the correct answer. So it was again a previous year bank specialist officer question. Let's move on to the next question. Here we go, question number 30 we have, right? What is the difference between the compound interest on 5000 1 year at 4% per annum compounded yearly and half yearly? So if it is half yearly, what is the interest? If it is full year, what is the interest, right? For 1 year at 4%, see, for 1 year, yearly 4% and 5000. If you remember, as I told you that this will be equal to the SI, right? So for 1 year, it will be like PRT by 100, 5000, rate of interest is 4%, time is 1, divide by 100, that will be SI. So 5 4s are 20, that is 200 will be the compound interest for 1 year compounded annually, right? So what we know, if it is half yearly, now if it is half yearly, we know that time will be double and rate will be half, right? So what is the difference? Now CI is equal to 5000 and 1 plus, now this is 4%, so 4 by 2, 2 by 100, and time is 1, so it is 1 by 2, and minus 5000 just because we are finding the CI and this will come as amount. So let's see what does it say. So it will be like 5000 102 by 100 ka whole square minus 5000. Now first do 102 ka whole square. It will be like 102 into 102. So we got 402, we have got 0, 0, 0, we have got 201. So we have got 402 and 2 is 401. So 104. So it will be like 5000. Do that first because it will like into 1.0404 minus 5000, right? So just remove that 04. Now 1.04 into 5000. So 104 into 5 is 5 4s are 20, carry 2, 2 and 5 ones are 5. So it will be like 520, right? And there's 4, so that is 2. So 5202 minus 5000, that will be like only 202. Now this CI is 202 and SI is 200. So CI, so not SI, CI 1 year compounded annually is 200, compounded half yearly is 202. So what is the difference? Here we go, the 2 rupees is the answer. This is the way you do. Let's come on. Now again, this is a previous year bank PO question. Let's see what does it say. It says that a man gets a simple interest of 1000 rupees on a certain principal at the rate of 5 PCPA in 4 years. So what compound interest will the man get? Twice the principal, 2 years at the same rate. So what we'll do? See, first is like SI is equal to PRT by 100, right? So SI gets a simple interest of this. So SI is equal to 1000. P we need to find out. Rate of interest is 5 PCPA. So 5 and time is 4. Divide by 100, right? So 5 goes 200. and 4 goes 50. So principal is equal to 5,000. Why 5,000? Because these 0 will go there, so 5,000, right? Now this principal is 5,000. Now what is said? Twice the principal. So P2 is equal to 10,000 and rate of interest is same, that is 5 PCPA. Is it? Yes. And time is twice, so 2 years, because it was 4 years in 2 years, right? So we have formula principal into 1 plus 5% raised to power 2. So principal is given 10,000. It is like 105 square. So let's calculate this first. It will be 10,000. Okay. We have got 21 into 21 divided by 20 into 20, because this 20 and 21 when we divide that with 5. So we have got 0, 0 all cancel. Now 21 into 21 is like 441, right? So 441 and let's divide this 2. So it will be like 50, it will be like 25. So we have got 441 into 25. That is what actually is. So do one thing, just do one thing. It will be like 441 into 100 by 4. So let's calculate this first. So 4 is like 1 time, 4 is like 1 time, 1 is like nothing at all. So we'll do 0 here and we have got 10. So 10 means what? 10 means 2 times. So we have got 2 here, 8. So again 2 0, so that 10, 110.25. So it will come as 11025. That is the final answer. Now this is actually the amount. So when we calculate the CI, we need to subtract principal from this. So what is the principal? Principal is 10,000. So when you remove principal from this, we have got 1025, right? So 1025 is the CI. And what was the SI? The first calculation. It was like, what is the question asked? First do that. So what compound interest you get? So compound interest is this 1025. Is there any option 1025? No, it is not. So answer is none of the above. So in this way you need to do all the questions. See, compound interest is a topic where you need to be very tricky and calculative at the same time, because the calculation in compound interest is too much. Because say for example it is like 105 by 100, 105 by 100, 100 3 times. So you need to do that also. So I tell you again, it is a very calculative part. At the same time, we are trying to do very tricky questions also, so that you know that what is the concept and where to apply what concept, right? So let's do one more question and we'll see one more, right? So a man invested this 5,000 for 3 years at 5% per annum. Compound interest reckoned yearly. Great. Income tax at the rate of 20% on the interest earned is deducted at the end of each year. So find the amount at the end of the 3rd year, right? So what we can do? See, every year it is a compound interest, right? So we can do one thing, like we'll do in a easier manner. Just find out the SI first year, SI second year, SI 3rd year. Now how to do that? See, principal will be first year will be the same as principal. Second year, what we'll do is we'll add the principal and remove the tax. Add the principal, remove the tax. So second year it will again become a SI, right? Let's do that. So man invested 5,000 for 3 years in 5% per annum, compound interest reckoned yearly. Income tax at the rate of 20% on interest, right? So do one thing. We have 5,000 rupees into R into T. T is 1, so leave that T. Divide by 100. That will be SI. So 0, 0 all cancel. Rate of interest is 5%. So 250 is the amount. That is SI for first year, right? Now this is SI for first year, and you have to give 20% as interest, 20% on the interest. So 20% of this, like 20 by 100. So we have got 0, 0 cancel, that is 50. Now, what is the actual SI? Actual SI means 250 minus 50, that is 200. This 200 is added to the principal, that becomes 5200. That will be principal for second year. Principal for second year. And rate of interest is same, 5%. Right. So what is the SI now? We'll calculate this. So 52 into 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, 26. So this time it is 260. Now 260 minus 20% of 260. So 260 ka 20%, 260 into 260 plus 260, 26 plus 26 is 52. So 260 minus 52. How much is it? So 260 minus 52 is like 208 this time. Now this 208 will be added to the principal for the third year principal. So we have got 5200 plus 208, it becomes 5408, and this 5408 principal for next year. So 5408 into R is like 5% this time again. Now we needed to find the third year only, right? So now is the calculation. Let's do this calculation first. So 54 is like 27 to us. Then we have got 04 and we have got 50 here. Now this got cancelled, so again 10 here. So 270 by 0.4. Now this 270.4 will be added to this. Now let me know what exactly is question asked. So find the amount at the end of third year. So amount at the end of third year will be 5408 plus 270.4, because this is the compounded part, the principal, and the final year it is this. From 270 we need to remove the income tax. We just forgot the income tax. So minus 20%. So 20 by 100 of 270.4, right? So just calculate that. So we'll calculate like this. So it is like 4 2s are 8, 2 zeros are 0, 7 2s are 14. It will be like 0.04, so 54.08, and this will be deducted from this. So it is like 270.4. It's like 54.08 minus. So this is 2, this is 3, then 10 minus 4 is 6, 6 minus 5 is 1, 216.32. That is third year we need to add 216.32. 216.32. So we will add this 216.32. So we have got 2, we have got 3, 8 and 6 is like 4 to me. Then we have 2 here, 4 and 2 is 6. So finally we have got 5624.32. 5624.32. 5624.32. Bang on. See, you must remember one thing. Whether you calculate CI for 1 year, whether you calculate SI for 1 year, it is same. Because first year SI and CI are same. So I thought rather than going for CI formula, it is better to go with SI formula. So what I did, SI for 1 year, tax deduction, SI for second year, tax deduction, SI for third year, and adding the interest with the principal, previous principal, adding the principal, interest with the principal, previous principal. So in this way, I got the answer faster than the actual usual one. So let's move on to the next question. Here we go. We have with us question number 65. Let's see what does it say. It says that Sri Ram invested equal sums of money in 2 schemes, right? So Sri Ram has, for example, X money in one scheme and X money in second scheme. Under scheme X, okay, the scheme ka naam hi X hai. The compound interest rate was 10 PCPA, and under the scheme Y, the compound interest rate was 12 PCPA. Great. The interest after 2 years on the sum invested in the X was 63. How much is the interest earned under the scheme Y after 2 years, right? So what we'll do one thing. See, if it is equal amount, say for example, whatever the amount is, principal, let's suppose it is P amount, right? Now what is asked? The compound interest rate was 10 PCPA, and after 2 years he got 63. So P into 1 plus R, what was R? 10. So 10 by 100 for 2 years minus P, that will be 63. Why so? Because this is the compound interest, this is compound interest, and this is the formula of getting compound interest. So they are equal. Now let's solve it first. What we can do is P 110 by 100 square minus P is equal to 63, right? So what we'll do is like cancel out 0. So here we go again, P into 121 by 100 minus P is equal to 63. So let's solve it further, simplify it. It says like 121, to be very clear, 121 P by 100 minus P is equal to 63. So what we'll do is multiply 100 to all. So we have got 121 P minus 100 P is equal to 63 into 100, right? So we have got 21 P is equal to 6300. Why so? Because 121 P minus 100 P. So we have got P is equal to 6300 divided by 21. That's come out to be 3 times, right? And we have got 2 zeros. So principal we have got 300, right? Now if the principal we have 300, we can get the second thing done. How much is the interest earned under scheme Y after 2 years? And in Y, it was 12 PCPA, right? So 300, 1 plus 12 by 100 minus 300 is the question, right? We have, and the 2 years, right? So it gets square. 1 plus R by 100 raised to power time, that is 2 years. When we multiply by P, we will get the amount, and amount minus the principal, it will be like CI. So let's calculate this part now. What we have left here is like 300 here. Now simplify this, 100 here, 112 here, square here, minus 300, right? So let's further do something. Now this we can write 50, and this we can write like 56. This I can write 25, and this I can write 28. 28 by 25, I guess. Now do one thing, 300, 28 into 28 by 25 into 25 and minus 300 we need to do last. So let's solve this. 25 is 1 time, 25 is 12 time. Now we have 25 here, 28 ka square 784. So 12 into 784 minus 300. Now we have to do some calculations like 784 into 12. So just basic calculation I can do. 4 2s are 8, 2 8s are 16. We have got 1, so 7 2s are 14 and 1 15. Now we have got 4 and 8 and 7. So we have got 8 here, we have got 0 here, 1 here, 9 and 5 is 14, 1 here, and then 9. So 9408 is the calculated part. Now we have 9408. Now 25 can be written as 100 here, 100 by 4 goes here, so 4 here, minus 300 is anyways we need to do. So just calculate this part instantly. So 8 4s are 32, 3, 4 4s are 16, 1 is carry, so 4 9s are 36 and 37. right? 37,6.32. That is like 5 point because we have removed that 100. Now this 37,6.32, if I minus 300, then we'll get 76.32. Is there any option like this in the question? 76.32. Yes, we do have that. So here is the answer. So you need to remember this very carefully, that what is done and what can be done. This is the calculation part, and as I told you in the earlier question also, compound interest is more about calculation, more and more calculation. We'll do one or more question and then we'll move the data sufficiency. So here we go, question number 73 for you all. On a sum of money, a simple interest for 2 years is rupees 660, while the compound interest is 696.30. So compound interest for 2 years is this, simple interest is this. So you can easily judge that this 36.30 which is extra, that is actually interest on interest. See, this rupees 660 is for 2 years and that is like simple interest. So simple interest is always divide equally. So we have got 330 each year, right? That is okay. Now 330 is okay for the 1 year. Second year it has got 960.30 extra. So 960.30 is interest on first year's SI, that is 330. So what we need? We need the rate of interest. We can do it very easily. How? See, we have got PRT by 100. That is actually SI, right? Principal this time will be the interest on interest. So interest is 330. So let's do it 330. What is rate of interest? That is we need to calculate. What is time? That is 1 year only. Divide by 100. Now this PRT by 100 is this, and this is like 96.3. I think there is a mistake. 96.93. See, 660 is the amount. So 660 is the amount. When we minus 696 minus 660, we will not get 96. Sorry, that will be like 36.3 on 330. So what we'll do is we'll put 36.3 here, right? Now we can calculate. So we have got 33R. 33R is equal to 363. Why 363? Because this 10 goes there, point gets removed. So now R is equal to 363 by 33. Okay, let's see what does it comes up to. Now this by 11 3 times and this by 121. So here it is 11 ka square. So we are left with R is equal to 11%. So rate of interest now is 11%, right? 11. No 11, so answer is none of these. So you need to be very much careful, because I just misunderstood 96.3, but it was like 660 and 696 minus 660. So it is 36.3, and now the question is right. So in this way, you can do all the questions of compound interest, and I don't think it will be very tough now, because you have to understand the concept behind it. If concept is understood, nothing is problem, because as I told earlier, I will tell you again this time, it is a very good combination of tricky questions and calculative part. So in this way, you can do all the questions. Let's do some of the data sufficiency questions also, so that it will complete our video. Right, so data sufficiency questions, let's see. Again, I must tell in this video as well as I used to tell in all the videos, that in data sufficiency, one question will be given, 2 data are given. You need to find out which data is sufficient for the question. That is it. To answer the question, what data do you require? That is it. So let's see. Let's come to question number 1. Let's see what does it say. It says that the difference between compound interest and the simple interest earned on the sum of money at the end of 4 years is this. So simple interest और compound interest का difference दे रखा है 4 years का. To find out the sum, which of the following information in the statement P and Q is necessary. So P is amount of simple interest accrued after 4 years. So if we get amount of simple interest we won't get two, three things. Say for example, what was the principal, or say for example, what is the, because see, simple interest is there, compound interest we can find out, but for what rate, how much money was given, that won't be cleared from this. Yes, if rate of interest is given, everything can be done, because rate of interest will control this. So if we get the rate of interest, we can do anything. So difference is given, rate of interest is given, we can do. So only Q is necessary. A will not make sense, right? Here we go. Here we go. We have one question number 7 for you. What was the total compound interest on sum after 3 years? We need after 3 years total compound interest. What? The interest after 1 year was 100 rupees and the sum was 1000 rupees. So after 1 year there is a problem. Okay, the sum was 1000 and the 1 year the interest is that. So for this we can do one thing. From interest and sum we can find the rate of interest, because time is 1. So rate of interest is okay, 3 we can do. So this I guess sufficient. Now the difference between the simple and the compound interest on the sum of 1000 at the end of 2 years is 10. So again we can find things, because sum is given, 2 years ka difference mein interest is also given. So again PRT by 100. Both individually are sufficient. So answer is C, because in this we can find it directly. In this I tell you in a simple line, sum is given and the difference is given. So simple interest और compound interest difference जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ compound interest के कारण आता है. So उससे हम 1 साल का rate of interest निकाल लेंगे. Rate of interest निकालने के बाद तो कुछ भी निकाल लेंगे. So question number 7, both are individually required. So again I must say, we don't need to calculate each and every point for data sufficiency, because it is not required at all. If you know what the chapter is all about, you can do all the questions as it is. So now we come to an end of this chapter, and as I do always, I will suggest 2 things only. One is spread the word, man. Spread the word to all that S. Chand publication is here with an innovative idea, very beautiful idea of video solution, and that too in a very short span of time. Why so? Because I tell you, all the tricks are given, all the topics are given, everything is given here. So you must do all the questions and share the videos to all of your friends in your network. I tell you in every video, so I am doing this video also, but I know that if you are first timer, you will definitely subscribe this channel and press the bell icon. So bye for now. See you in the next video. Thank you.